and I'm going to get you read in if you're ready. So, hi, Lissa, it's Jana, and I'm here with Terilee Harrison, and I'm super excited. So I'm going to go ahead and get us read in and get going. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to Oh My Health, There Is Hope. I'm your host, Jana Short, and today I am really excited to introduce all of you to Terilee Harrison. Terilee is a virtual networking expert and trainer. She resides in Singapore, where she connects business owners, coaches, and consultants through an online global referral community. And let me tell you, I'm just so excited and tongue-tied because I love this woman. I love what she does. I started stalking her a while ago, and then I got involved in her networking, and it's magical. Terilee, thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, it is just my delight and thrill to be here. And truth be told, I've been stalking you too, but it's all good, right? We can stalk in a positive way, I think.
I hope so. I don't want to go to jail.
No, we won't, I promise.
So one of the things we do here on Oh My Health, There Is Hope, we like to share stories of hope, because I know that there's some people out there who are in like certain dark spots in their life, and I want them to know that we've all gone through those and we've come out stronger, thriving, and something beautiful has really come out of it. So do you want to share your story of hope with everyone?
I would, and I am just so happy to do it today. So we are at the 2-year anniversary, Jana, of a day here in Singapore when I was in the hospital, and they said, we're going to bring in the top liver doctor. And I was like, okay. I was having some challenges, and he walked in the room and he basically told me I was dying soon. So this is exactly like 2 years ago today. And he talked about I had a huge mass on my liver and that it had taken out my portal vein, if you're familiar, if any one of our listeners are familiar with that, and that I had blood clots, and that just what had happened, there was irreparable damage. They felt it was cancer, and they felt that it was just going to take me out soon, and that even if we did chemo or radiation, nothing could be repaired. Like there wouldn't be enough veins there to actually do anything. And I was, what do you say when that happens to you, right? And I remember when he left, my husband and I, we were in complete shock, because like we thought, oh, well, we can fix this with some blood thinners, and we cried, but I don't think that the ramifications of what he said really hit. You see me today, and I thank God, and I'm just so grateful for every day. But it ended up that it wasn't cancer, that this mass was not cancer somehow. And it ended up that my body was able on its own to create new collateral veins and to serve like through my liver. So even though like the main portal vein is obviously still blocked, right? I sit before you today in stable health, right? Do I still have these things, and am I still on medication, and am I still, of course. But what I have to say about the story of hope is not everyone ends up being able to share this, right? Oh, it didn't turn out to be what they thought. But I think sometimes we need to give it a chance when we're given news. I don't think sometimes the initial news that we're given can be what we're given. And I don't want to tell you, it's all been a bed of roses ever since. I ended up walking a dark valley there. Even though I survived physically, I was still awfully sick and needed to recover as my system did those things. But having hope, having faith, believing, and the beauty of the gift of my story was that it caused me to pause in my life and choose joy. It caused me to look at, what are you doing with your time? What leaves you energized and excited? Like with the work I do now, oh my gosh, I find it so exciting. And I'm so grateful. My commute's across the hall in COVID-19, right, Jana? My commute's across the hall, right? But I am so excited every day to meet people globally. And I was doing something else. I wouldn't have chosen this. And so I just, for those who are in those moments, in you're having that dark moment in your life, and maybe it's your health or maybe it's something else, I just encourage you to stay with it, stay the course, stay positive. I still have some of my affirmations and verses right here that I had with me when I was sick. You know, because there came a time when I went home from the hospital, I was lying in my bed and I was like, I was asking about, do they have hospice in Singapore? I was like, I'm going to die in this bed. And I may die in that bed, but it won't be, you know, hopefully today. So I just want everyone to know that good things can sometimes come out of bad situations.
100%. I remember something similar happening to me, and all my mind was, not today. But what I took from that, and I did that, by the way, every day, not today.
Mm-hmm.
10 years later, I'm still saying, not today.
That's fair. That's good.
But I do remember taking away, like, I was very superficial, and I'm just going to be very open and honest. I had to have the new Birkin bag whenever it came out. And those of you who know what a Birkin bag is know what the cost of that is. And honestly, sometimes I would get it and be like, ew, I don't even like it, but I had to have it. It was like, I had to have those shoes, that bag. And I don't even know who I was trying to impress. And at the end of the day, I wasn't taking any of that with me. None of that was coming with me. And what I was clinging for was the hope to make one more memory with a grandchild. And
Yes.
I had my aha moment, like, this is what is important. This is what is worth living for. And it just completely changed my life. And so I love that you're talking about the gratitude and the journey, that even though it was scary and it was hard, you knew it was really important on the other side.
Yes. Yes. It changed everything. It changed everything. And did I handle it all okay? No, I didn't. You know, I struggled as my body healed and as I emotionally healed through the process, you know, but because in some ways during these, we become a new person, right?
Totally
But
new.
hopefully on the other side, we are a better person. And hopefully we look at life differently and invite the people that come alongside us in life to enjoy the journey with us and see our journey. And you know, I still what I was diagnosed with is a chronic blood cancer, and so I visit the cancer center quite often. And it's something I realize every time I'm there. You know what I want to do at the cancer center here in Singapore, Jana, is I would like them to implement a fast pass program like they have at Disneyland. And that would be for the people who are really sick. Like when, as you go through the things and you go give blood and you go do the things, I wish that they could fast pass those people, because I always feel when I'm there, like I don't belong there. Like I know I need to be there for my checkups, but I always feel there's piece of me, like I know I'm not fighting for my life today, but I know some of them are. But it is part of my journey. You'd be surprised how many emails I answer from the cancer center, how many articles I write from the cancer center, how, you know, it is my part of my journey, but I'm grateful that I have this piece of it. If I was to be given any type of condition in the scheme of this whole thing, I was given the easy one for sure.
100%. And I think if you could do something like that in all hospitals, it would be amazing, because anyone who's suffered with a chronic illness and knows that means multiple trips, like we were just bonding on the fact that I get my blood drawn every week and so does she, which means like mine's time. So I have to get there in that sweet spot or I've missed it and I have to come back another day. So it means driving 45 minutes without traffic, waiting in line. And it's not that I'm sick, so I'm so grateful that I'm not sick right now, but it's still exhausting. It's a huge part of your day every week, right?
Yep.
But I'm still grateful to be able to do it. So for those who are feeling exhausted and sick and they have to get up, go there, wait, it's just, I think that would be a beautiful thing to do. Why they haven't implemented something like that already just blows me away.
I know. I hope that one day that they will. And then I have here locally too, interestingly enough, for whatever reason, there's hardly anyone there. Like when they open the country back up, I'm going to be really excited, but it's going to mess up everything with my appointments because everybody will be there again. Right now, it's just been like in and out really easy, but that's beside the point. So all my heart goes out to, if I'm giving blood and I'm in the chemo room with everyone else, my heart is always, you know, I with the people there that are fighting for their life, and you know, just what an honor it is to be there beside them, even for just a short time.
I love that message. Well, you know what? You really did change your direction in life, and what you're creating online is phenomenal. It's like nothing I've ever experienced. Do you want to tell people a little bit about what you do now?
I would love to. Thank you for asking. I've been in the business networking industry, primarily in face-to-face networking now for 13 years. And I actually have pictures of me. We dabbled in online networking 6 years ago. So I have pictures of me with brown hair on a screen, right? Based out of in Southern California, networking with people from all over the U.S. But 6 years ago, it wasn't quite time yet. Technology wasn't ready. People weren't ready. 18 months ago, we came back into it, and we were convinced that oh my gosh, we can network on our phones, we can network on the go, we can do all these things, we can network nationally, internationally, but yet even 18 months ago, prior to COVID-19, I kind of had to beg people, Jana, to take a look at it. They were like, I love my face-to-face networking. I can never network on screen. I just don't think it's the same. I'd be like, okay. So this crazy thing that's happening, what it's allowed people to do is be open-minded to this. And so what we're doing is we're bringing together professionals, and you can choose, like we could have like a regional greater Southern California area where people just pop on screen once a week and build relationships and network. We can have national teams or like North American teams, right? Or just international teams. So Janet and I are in a weekly chapter that encompasses connectors, amazing people from Canada, the US, Australia, Singapore, and Egypt. And that's what we have to start right now in this amazing group. But our ability to expand what's possible and expand our businesses and our business relationships on a global scale, it is just like that. It is so available to us. And so I feel so honored. This is the path I began taking as I recovered. And it came because of our move to Singapore. I do have to say that. If I was still in Los Angeles, I don't think that Jana and I probably would have met, although she is in the greater Los Angeles area, so it's possible. But for me, in the scheme of plenty and abundance, there was always plenty of people to meet in the greater LA area, right? There's definitely not a lack of business people in Los Angeles, right? So I would have been like, this is great. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to be known here and know people here. My move to Singapore plucked me away from my people and got me on screen, and I started looking around at what was happening in the world, and that's kind of what led to this. So I love meeting people from different places. It's just my joy. I love exploring other cultures. Just last night, I was on a call with some amazing businesses out of South Africa, some people from Dubai. We're getting ready to launch out of the UK and Southeast Asia. In the coming weeks, I've been networking with Australia, and it is an exciting time, and the community that we're creating, the tribe that we're creating is just stunning, and I am honored. I am honored, and mainly, if you know my backstory, I am blessed that I have the energy and the drive to be able to walk into this screen every day and do what I do. What a blessing that it is. I don't take any day for granted.
I work creating global influencers, and when I'm working with them, one of the things I tell them all the time is, if you're not collaborating, you cannot grow. And the way to collaborate your business is to get into places like this where they have quality other experts and influencers and entrepreneurs that are like joyful about connecting you with the right people and introducing you to the right people. I mean, imagine what you could do with your business if you were introduced to the right people.
Yes.
I know. And what I love is that's the first thing you ask when you come in the group. How can we help? What is your help for this week? What is your need? What is your ask? And you ask. I've seen people ask things like, I'm like, are you kidding? I can't. But they get it. They get that ask because they're collaborating with high end other entrepreneurs. And it's magical what you've created.
It's my honor and it's my privilege. So I've been part of Team Referral Network now for 13 years. They're a company that's been together 18 years, and this is our new online arm. And it just brings me so much joy to do things. Jana's going to be on a summit upcoming, speaking on our behalf of this summit, and to be able to promote our members and bring them to the forefront and have people learn from them, have people make connections to them. It just all brings me joy, and to be able to help people. And especially right now, Jana, there are a lot of people that are looking for, they might be looking for their plan B. Maybe their corporate job has fallen through. There are people that have been doing, as people call it, their side hustle, their part-time thing, and now they're ready to make that more their full-time thing. something like this can be super helpful for them. And what I love about it is it can be for the seasoned veteran business people like yourself, or we have a lot of education and training for all the newbies who are coming in who this is new for, so that they can be educated in the best ways to network and build relationships too.
Look, I'm no a stranger to having to recreate yourself, because when I got sick, I was an interior designer. It's what I did all my life. It's what I was
Oh, wow.
educated for. But because you're sick and what you're doing is billable hours, months, I was in the hospital 2 months and then recovering for months after that. And I had to turn my clients over to someone new, kind of like COVID. You're like, here you're running your business, and the next you're told you can't for months. And so what are we coming back to? And I quickly found something that I was really passionate about. I had a moment of hope. And I was thinking of all these other people who are ready to give up, who
Yeah.
don't understand what just a little bit of hope and changing your mindset could do for you. And I went off into a totally different direction. And it has been, I'm grateful every single day for what I had to go through, as I know you keep saying that you are, because what it created for me is this magical space. So, what kind of people are looking to connect with the networking group?
Mm. It's definitely some of the solopreneurs around the world. It's people who can do business with borderless boundaries. So if you don't need to meet your clients in person, like what a gift that is in light of the of COVID-19, right? But if you don't need to meet your clients in person, you're already meeting people on screen. This can be perfect for you. So solopreneurs, coaches, consultants, business owners. A lot of times it can be some of the people that love it are people in health and wellness, people in digital marketing and social media. It might not necessarily be like your local chiropractor. That's something that we must go see them. Doesn't that sound nice that it's not opened up here in Singapore? It's not an essential business. Can you believe that? But you know, we have to go see our local chiropractor for treatment. So it might not be for someone like that, but anyone that helps people virtually and online, it's perfect for. And we would absolutely love to be able to invite you to come to one of our free online mixers we do, visit one of our meetings, just gain some access to see what we're up to see if it might be something that might benefit you.
Well, I totally would. Before we finish the call or after we finish the call, I'll get the link for that. And so when this airs, you guys can grab that and go. Like, it's free advice, it's free connections. You go there, you meet people, see if it's for you, if there's any value to you. But it was absolutely, once I went, a no-brainer. Once I got
Mhm.
into it, it's there every week. I literally try not to miss 1 week. I did have to miss a week because I had something going on, but I try not to miss a week. It's that important for me, for my business, to connect with incredible people like this, real quality entrepreneurs, to help me grow my business and for me to serve them and help them grow their business. So I highly recommend that you pop in, say hey to Terilee, connect with some of those incredible experts, and just absorb that and see if it's something that will help benefit your business.
We'd love to have it. Love to have you as a guest. And one of the, if we in the theme of big asks, if it's all right, Jana, I'm going to give one. Would that be okay?
No,
Um,
go ahead.
just for people in business, the one thing, a tip and an ask. So one of the things I think that we can do is ask to meet your competitors. The people who you perceive to be your biggest competition sometimes can be your greatest companions if you serve different niches. So I'm looking to meet other people that run business networking groups from around the world. I've been in conversation with several from several different countries. I had a gentleman reach out from Italy this last week, and you know, we just don't know. We just don't know what we can do together. But imagine if I can team up with 20 amazing people from around the world, and we're able to just widen our networks and grow our networks. And I have all the more connections for my people, all the more offerings for my people. It can be powerful. So think about, what would your big ask be? Who are your competitors that you can ask people to meet, and see what powerful things you can do together. So that's kind of an ask and a tip all in one.
Well, I love that you gave a gift to everybody.
Of course, of
Yes,
course.
because that is an incredible tip. And we are going to put Terilee's email in the show notes. And you can, if you have someone to connect her with, absolutely reach out. I know not only would she be very grateful,
Yes.
she treats them with so much love that they're going to call you up or text you back and say, thank you for introducing me to that incredible woman, because she's magical.
Oh, that's so sweet. No, I would really be honored for that, and also just honored to connect with the people in your audience, Jana. The people who are looking at this time for something like this. If there's anything I can do to serve them, help point them in the right direction, I'm happy to do so.
Oh, I think I invited 6 people the week before because
Yeah.
and they loved it. Like they could not stop talking about it because it's incredible. And here's the thing, I've had so many experts who are making like at the $1 million mark, double $1 million mark in these big companies that all of a sudden there's no income coming in. And they're scrambling. How can I flip this? How can I lean into this universe and keep myself going? And connecting to other people, brainstorming with other people is really magical. And not only that, I think the one takeaway for me through all of COVID is we have become so creative because we've been forced to.
Yes.
Like we are creating amazing platforms, and like this networking you said didn't even take off until all this happened, and people are like, I need to be online, I need a presence.
Yeah.
So creative things are really coming out of this. Is there anything that you like, who would be, we already know who would be that would be coming here. And I can tell you the kind of people I've met. For instance, my ask was, I wanted some quality people for my podcast, right? I wanted some people who had really powerful stories, that had great connections so that I would have more listeners, but mostly they would be empowered by this story. I got bombed with incredible podcast guest. And so I was really grateful for that. And I cannot wait. You have a lot of good stuff coming. That's all I have to say.
That's so good. That's so good.
So where can people connect with you if they're looking to hook up with your websites, your social media?
Do you know where I would love to invite them to hook up with me is on LinkedIn. So if you're in business and this is of interest to you, I would like to invite you, type in my name, just like it says, look for the silver-haired lady. But Terilee Harrison on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is I call it, may I say it, it's my new jam. It is an amazing place for business people. It is where business people need to be. And it is where I want people, like, as Jana said, just people to be like, oh my gosh, you need to see her, you need to meet her, just because of all the amazing things that were happening in the world. So if you're not there yet, come get over there right now, all you business owners, and come find me on LinkedIn. And I'd love to be able to just say, hey, I heard you on Jana's podcast, and love to connect for sure.
Terilee, I have like something very embarrassing to tell you.
What?
I was not on LinkedIn forever. And every time somebody kept saying, you need to be on LinkedIn, I'd be like, I do not want to learn another platform. I'm like, I just don't. And then I went there for one day. So everyone knows I'm very transparent that I do not spend a lot of time on social media. It is not my area of genius. And I actually pay someone. I give them my message, they find photos, and they schedule my post, but I do all the replying. LinkedIn is so golden. It's the only place I will not let my social media team touch. Like, nope, that's me. That's all me. I'm meeting really quality people, and I want to make sure that I don't miss anything. So I am completely on LinkedIn now. I love it.
But and the thing about it is even though did you hear I said it's my new jam? So I've been on it for years, but I thought it was this boring corporate place and you only connected with people you didn't know. And no, the end of January, I can tell you, January 28th, 2020, I went in and somehow I saw something and I realized there is a whole world here for entrepreneurs and networking that I did not know existed. And it, between LinkedIn and this virus, has changed everything for me. So just want to invite you, please, if you're in business, that's another tip right now for getting through what's happening, is go be in the right place. You know, the business conversations. Now I realize that all the things I was doing on Facebook, and not to bash Facebook, okay, but now when I go to talk about business on Facebook, I'll get like 2 replies, and I'm over on LinkedIn and it's like, and I'm like, oh, I see. So come on over and join Jana and I on LinkedIn. We look for you.
By the way, she's talking like every time she posts something, there's anywhere between 800 to 2,000 replies. It just
oh no, it's not like that. It's not like
no,
that.
it is. I looked. One time there was like over 800 comments. Another time I think I saw 1,500 comments.
You're just looking at the right post, but it's all good. But it's all good.
Take that, any post, that's a good day, right?
That's a good day. I'll take it once a month when it happens. But please, guys, we invite you to join us. So for sure, it's a wonderful place to be. And Jen, I just thank you, especially in honor of my 2-year anniversary of my health journey. Just thanks for this opportunity to be here with you and to be able to meet your audience. And For anyone going through tough times right now, Jana and I are here just to say that if you will allow it to, you can grow through your story. You can, and it may be a journey. It may be a journey out of it, right? But if you will allow it to, it can help make you a better person.
100%. I will go one step further and say your journey is the reason you're going to succeed, you're going to blossom, you're going to grow, because that's what comes out of those journeys, right?
Yep, for sure.
Well, Terilee, thank you. Like, I am so honored to have you. Like, I was super excited to ask. And like I said, I really have been stalking her because she's pretty incredible. And anything that she starts creating, I want to be a part of because it turns into gold. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. It's my honor. Thank you so much.